There is a space between two breaths. A place where the noise of the world fades away, where thoughts soften, and time slows. It is neither the inhale nor the exhale, it is the stillness in between. In that sacred pause, you are closest to your truest self. The pause holds a wisdom words cannot contain. It is where your soul whispers, and the universe listens. But in our rushed lives, we skip this pause. We run from moment to moment, breath to breath, without stopping to feel it. Today, we will walk together into that space. The space where you don't have to be anyone, or do anything. The space where you simply are. And perhaps, in that stillness, you will remember what you've been searching for. Long ago, a monk asked his teacher, "Where can I find the truth?" The teacher replied, "Between your breaths." The monk didn't understand until one night, meditating under the stars, he noticed the moment after an inhale, before the exhale came. It was quiet, still, boundless. He felt as if the whole universe fit into that space. Every worry, every fear, dissolved. He realized that life was not just the inhale of desire, nor the exhale of release, but the pause, the stillness, the being. In your life, you too have felt it. When watching the rain, or hearing the laughter of someone you love, or holding a newborn child. Those moments were pauses in time, reminders that the sacred is always with you. You don't need to go anywhere to find it. It lives between two breaths. A woman named Sarah was always busy, her life a race she could never win. Her mornings began with rush, her nights ended with exhaustion. One day, she visited a lake in the mountains. She sat by the water, and for the first time in years, she just breathed. As she exhaled, the surface of the lake reflected her face. But it wasn't her tired face she saw, it was her soul, peaceful and radiant. She understood that the pause was a mirror. When we stop, we see who we truly are. The problem is, most of us are too afraid to look. We think if we slow down, the world will pass us by. But the truth is, when we slow down, we catch up to ourselves. In the pause, you meet the version of you that has been patiently waiting for your return. There is a river deep in the forest that seems frozen in time. Travelers say that when you stand on its bank, you feel as though the water is waiting for you to notice it. One old traveler shared his story. He sat beside that river for hours, listening to its gentle flow. It never rushed. It never demanded attention. It simply moved when it needed to, and rested when it could. He realized that life can be like that river. Gentle, flowing, and patient. We don't have to force the current. We can rest between the waves. This is what the pause teaches. That not every moment is meant for action. Some moments are meant for simply existing. In a small desert village, there was a storyteller, who spoke not with words, but with pauses. Children would sit around him, and he would say a few sentences, then wait. In that silence, the children imagined, their minds painting pictures the words couldn't describe. They learned that silence speaks in colors words cannot hold. Your life, too, is filled with these silent colors. Moments when nothing is said, yet everything is felt. When you pause between breaths, you are listening not to the noise of life, but to the whispers that hide beneath it. And those whispers are often the most important truths you'll ever hear. A father once sat with his young son under a tree. The boy asked, "What is the most important thing in life?" The father smiled and said, "This moment, right now." The boy frowned. "Why? We're not doing anything." "That," the father replied, "is why it's important." We think life is only made of big events, but the sacred pause shows us that life is also made of small stillnesses. Watching clouds drift, feeling the warmth of tea in your hands, resting your eyes after a long day. These are not empty spaces. They are the spaces where the heart heals itself. When you pause, you give yourself the gift of presence. And that is the greatest gift you can receive.